Welcome back to my class, friends. Today we are going to learn figures of speech. What is a figure of speech? A figure of speech is a total change from the ordinary form of expression or the ordinary course of ideas to make a greater effect. Now, to move further, I would like to instruct you that there will be various slides where you have to read the sentence, compare it, think about it, and you have to comment the answer in the comment section, and then we'll move further. Read and think. The first sentence, as proud as. The second sentence, as good as gold. Now, in these two sentences, find out the similarity between them. Hope you found the similarity. Let's move to the next slide. Similarity between the two sentences is the word as. Yes, you rightly got it. In the first sentence, there is a comparison made with the word pride of peacock. In the second sentence, there is a comparison made between the qualities of gold. Such sentences are called simile sentences. Let's check it once again. So in the first sentence, the peacock's proudness is compared with something, and in the second sentence, the qualities of gold is compared with an unknown object. When a direct comparison is made between two objects of different kinds which have at least one point in common, it is called a simile. Now let us read these sentences. That brush of hair. Sorry, that bush of hair, all the world is a stage. Now find out the similarity between these two sentences. Let's check it out. Did you found the right comparison or not? Similarity between the two sentences here is also comparison of objects. In the first sentence, there is a comparison between the world and the stage. World is seen as a drama stage. In the second sentence, there is comparison made between hair and a bush. Hair is compared to a bush. Such sentences are called metaphor sentences. Let's see this again. That bush of hair, in the first sentence you can see hair is compared to a bush of grass. Now in the second sentence, all the world is a stage where world is seen as a stage where people perform. Where you can see on a stage people perform their characters. Similarly, in the world, people are performing various characters. So there is a similar content between these two things where we can make a comparison. When an indirect comparison is made between two objects of different kinds which have at least one point in common, it is called a metaphor. Now let's see further. The sentence first says, and stars began to peep. The second sentence, laughter holding both her sides. Now you'll have to read these sentences, think about it, find out the similarity in them. Let's check it out whether you find the right thing. The similarity between the two sentences is that non-living thing is shown as living human qualities or having human qualities. In the first sentence, stars are given the human quality of seeing or peeping. In the second sentence, a laughter is seen as doing an action of holding. Such sentences are called personification sentences. We can see it here again that stars began to peep. Here, stars are given the quality of peeping. In the second sentence, laughter holding both her sides. The word laughter or this action of laughter is given the quality of holding, which is personified. When an inanimate object or abstract idea are spoken of having life, it becomes personification. Let us see these examples and guess which is an simile, a metaphor, or a personification. The first sentence says, "The mountains sing together." What do you think? That it is a simile, metaphor, or personification? Write it in the comments section. Yes, it is a personification because mountains are given the quality of singing. Let us see the second sentence. Tansen, the great musician, was another famous jewel of Emperor Akbar's court. Tell me which figure of speech is there in this sentence? Yes, you guess it right. Over here, there is metaphor because the musician is compared with a precious jewel. Let's see the third sentence. As clear as crystal. Which figure of speech is there in this sentence? Yes, in this sentence there is simile because there is a direct comparison made with crystal and its clarity with an unknown object. Her fortress is faithful heart. Guess the figure of speech in this sentence. Yes, correct. The figure of speech in this sentence is personification because fortress is given the quality of having a faithful heart. Let's move further. Now notice what are these words? High, low, fast, slow, in, out, up, down, easy, difficult. What do we call such pair of words? Guess and tell in the comment section. Yes, I think you guessed it correct. They are known as opposites. Let's see which figure of speech is next. But first, you have to read the sentence and find the similarity. To show the worst or best. Second sentence. Now near, now far. Yes, you guessed it right. There is the position, juxtaposition of two different ideas in the same sentence. In the first sentence, you can see the worst and best are placed side by side, whereas they have different and opposite meanings. Now, in the second sentence, the word near and far are opposite to each other, but they are placed in the same sentence. Let us see what do we call this kind of figure of speech. Similarity between the two sentences is that there are opposite ideas placed in one sentence, as I said earlier. In the first sentence, worst and best are contradicting ideas. In the second sentence, near and far are opposite ideas. Now, such sentences are called antithesis sentences. When opposite ideas are placed side by side for emphasis, it is called antithesis. Let's see further. Read these words, pairs of these words. Sky, shy, bright, right, known, shown, how, now, cry, fry. Now tell me what we call such pair of words. Yes, correct. They are the rhyming words. Now read these two sentences and find the similarity in these two sentences. The tiny ships on the shiny sea. And yet you will weep and know why. Hope you found the right similarity. Let's check it. Similarity between the two sentences is that there is repetition of letters or sounds. In the first sentence, sound of "ini" is repeated. In the second sentence, letter Y and W is repeated. Now let's check it once again. The first sentence, the word tiny and shiny has the "ini" sound which is repeating. And in the second sentence, yet you will we why, these are the words where Y and W is repeated. What do we call such sentences? Such sentences are called alliteration sentences. When similar sound or repetition of similar letters are used to produce poetic effect, it is called alliteration. Now tell me, what are these signs called? Yes, correct. They are known as punctuation marks. But let us see which figure of speech connect to this one. Read and tell me the similarity between these two sentences. Which is the thing that attracts you in this sentence? Oh, talk not to me. Second sentence, stop here or gently pass. Did you guess it? Let's check it out. It's right or wrong. Similarity between the two sentences was that certain emotions are expressed over there with the help of using exclamation mark. In the first sentence, "oh" with an exclamation mark is the indication of intense sadness. In the second sentence, there is orderly expression. Such sentences are called exclamation sentence. When a strong feeling is expressed, it is called exclamation. Another task for you to think. Read these words and tell me, what do we call such pair of words? Order, command. Hint, clue. Beautiful, gorgeous. Smart, intelligent. Speak, talk. True, correct. What are the similarity in these words? Yes, you guessed it correct. They are synonym words, or the words which have similar meanings of each. Now let's pay attention to these sentences and let's make a connection between what were the synonyms and what is the similarity in these sentences. At some old ancient inn. The second sentence, be careful, there is a lot of frozen ice on the road. Can you find out the similarity in these sentences? Let's check it out. Did you guess it right or not? Similarity between the two sentences is that the words of similar meaning are placed in same sentences. In the first sentence, old and ancient are of similar meaning, which are placed side by side. In the second sentence, frozen and ice are of similar meaning, which were placed side by side. Such sentences are called tautology sentences. When different words of same meanings are used in one sentence, it is called tautology. Now let us look at these examples and find out whether it is an antithesis, tautology, or an alliteration or an exclamation example. Let's read the first example. Have us, dad, or quick. Guess which figure of speech is this? Let me make it clear that the term quick here means alive. Yes, you guessed it correct. The figure of speech in this sentence is antithesis because the word dead and quick are of opposite meanings, which are placed in one sentence. Let us see the second example. The evening sunset was beautiful. Which figure of speech is there in this sentence? Yes, the figure of speech here is tautology because evening and sunset are the words which have mostly the similar meaning. Evening also refers to having a sunset at that point of time, and sunset happens in the evening. So they have similar meanings. That's why they are the example of tautology. Let's see the third example. Round a rugged rock, a ragged rascal ran. This is a very simple and easy one. Guess which figure of speech is this? Absolutely right. It is an example of alliteration where the sound of R is repeated. Let's see the next sentence. Oh stay, you goodly youth. A goodly youth. Which figure of speech is here? Very simple and easy. Yes, it is an exclamation figure of speech because some kind of emotion is expressed in this sentence. A laggard in love and a dastard in war. Which figure of speech is in this last sentence? Yes, you guessed it correct. It is an example of antithesis because love and war are two different and opposite words which are placed in the same sentence. Well done, friends. Thank you for watching to my class, and I hope you enjoyed guessing the answers and checking what you have guessed, whether it was right or wrong, and hope you have learned different kind of figure of speech with this class. Thank you.